Hey guys, thanks again for joining us. This is our second town hall. Unlike the town hall that we did before, this one, as you know, is pre-recorded. We've definitely taken some feedback, so we will be speaking in English this entire town hall, and then what follows will actually be translated and text you'll receive with this update. It's been an exciting 2 weeks, and I wanted to hand the floor over to Boyan, but just so you know, in terms of this update or this town hall, we're answering an amalgamation of the questions that you've asked us and giving you a chance to sort of hear from us in the past 2 weeks in terms of what the team has been up to, what Zach has been up to on the West Coast and otherwise.
Hello, everyone. So perhaps we can jump straight into a few questions that came from Slack. First one is, what did the team achieve in the last 2 weeks? Perhaps it's good to begin with that next to being busy with research related to and development of the initial models of the platform, part of the team spent most of those 2 weeks on the West Coast having numerous presentations and meetings with different organizations and individuals in the entertainment industry, next to, of course, working on the Singular series, but perhaps Ju and Zach could give us some more details about that.
Yeah, sure. So I've been preparing for Kim and I to go to South by Southwest in March. We essentially have started to open the proverbial kimono again to the world in the crypto community, and essentially we've really been laser focused on our product roadmap. Certainly for the development team and hitting those milestones. And in terms of my role, I've been working on content and in partnership mode and really securing some really key relationships. And that was part of, and I live in Los Angeles, so that's been my core focus at the moment. Zach?
Yeah, thanks, Jill. Hi, everybody. So the last 2 weeks, I talked and met with numerous independent artists and publishers and production entities, worked on Singular, the sci-fi series, and also attended the Digital Entertainment World Conference, which is Hollywood's conference for all things having to do with digital as a medium of entertainment and distribution. But it appears that we, as SingularDTV, as a distribution portal, will have no shortage of high-quality film and television content to offer audiences around the world. Originally, we envisioned SingularDTV to be for the independent artist, the independent producer, for entertainment investors, and we're a little surprised to get such a positive reaction from publishers and other entities that really are entrenched in the whole legacy system, which is so dependent on intermediaries. But still, first and foremost, SingularDTV is a platform overwhelmingly for I'm sure the overwhelming majority of content will be generated by independent artists that start their own distribution channels and brands. With regard to Singular, the sci-fi television series, that's going extremely well. We know now exactly what we are going to shoot in principal photography. It's an extremely exciting storyline, plot line that we really haven't seen so much before, thanks to incorporating decentralization and all the emergent action that can come from seeing the world in this new way. So we're figuring out now exactly when we'll be shooting, and we'll update you on that when we know. With regard to the Digital Entertainment World Conference, as I mentioned before, a couple of years ago, the entertainment industry wasn't ready or open to talk about blockchain technology really at all. And now it seems they are interested. They're realizing that they need to start paying attention. Listen to a number of panels on blockchain there, and all the legacy companies, all the ones that are starting to dive into it to talk about blockchain technology, it was eye-opening. One thing that we learned that we pretty much knew already, that no one there really seems to understand it. They all seem to be approaching blockchain technology from a completely centralized point of view, which is very limiting. It's really only skims the surface of what decentralized computing and applications are capable of. So it definitely made me realize that SingularDTV is far ahead of what anyone else is doing in this space in Hollywood. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, to echo what Zach said, we got a question which essentially asked us what were our team's discoveries over the past 2 weeks, and you know, where we felt we were addressing some real pain points. And so, you know, sitting out in the audience at DEW, and DEW's main mission is to be, you know, the platform for intellectual property rights holders from video, music, games, publishing, to access the, you know, the entire digital value chain of technology. And yet the message at every corner was, and is consistently, that content is king. And, you know, the hero in that story is the content creator, it's the filmmaker. But rarely, if any, of the problems of that filmmaker were essentially addressed. And I think having had the opportunity to validate that at every pitch and discussion we've had, that we're essentially, as a company, creating vehicles to address this pain. I mean, I'd argue, you know, as a new entrant, we were one of the few at DEW discussing it, and certainly something that I've discovered in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, I have nothing to add to that, Jill. Yep.
Yeah.
Very, very well said.
Great. Yeah. And, you know, Zach, I know in terms of an update on tech business progress so far for the platform.
Yes. You know, for singles token holders that want to know the minutia of our progress regarding the technical and business development, you know, there's really no way we're going to update anyone outside of our inner development circle on certain things, on a lot of things at the moment, and that may be frustrating to some singles holders, but you'll thank us down the line, because what we're doing right now, we're safeguarding our ecosystem and the values of the value of singles tokens. And you know, I'm just going to say it again, that, you know, the way we're approaching our platform, the SingularDTV ecosystem, you know, what we're building, what we're doing is extremely unique, and there's no one else that we know of that's doing it quite this way. So stealth is good for us right now. And, you know, as things progress, as we come closer to certain milestones that we have internally, we'll definitely let you know first what is going on. So everything's doing really great right now, which actually partly leads into this next question. We get this from time to time. It's what percentage of the revenue from films will go to the token holders? And this opens up the question about what is SingularDTV's monetization strategy? How do we make money? How do token holders make money? And you know, there's many things that we're purposely not wanting to talk about yet with SingularDTV. We, you know, again, we're definitely in a stealth mode with regard to many things on this platform, you know, especially regarding to what our ecosystem can do. So we're not going to fully explain the ins and outs of our monetization plans just yet, but what we can say publicly is that all of our modules in the beginning will take a combination of singles, tokens, and Ether in order to operate. So what this means is that you know, when singles tokens are used to operate modules, it gives them utility. It gives them, in turn, a greater value, because more singles tokens will be purchased to use these modules, and you know, that'll help the singles token price climb higher. Modules that incorporate Ether or even fiat into their use or into their business models, means that SingularDTV will be generating revenue from that. So this revenue will automatically show up in your SingularDTV Lite wallets, in your Mist and Ethereum wallets. If you go into your SingularDTV wallet right now, you can see that there's a revenue withdraw button there. And currently it says 0. But when we start to bring revenue in, it will show up there. And you can withdraw that revenue that's due to your singles tokens at any time. So, our module number 11, for example, our distribution portal, this will be generating revenue with every single transaction. Every single film and television show that is watched on our platform will generate revenue for SingularDTV and for its token holders. There's other exciting ways that revenue will be generated, monetization processes for SingularDTV, and to also add value to the singles tokens itself. And we look forward to sharing those with you soon this year.
Yeah, we had another question, and I hate to be redundant with some of these questions, but it was much less about the DEW experience and a little bit more about the state of the entertainment industry post-event. At least that's how I read the question. The only thing that I can say about that is sort of a follow-on from DEW is, we had an opportunity to sit on a panel, which was a panel around, does Hollywood need blockchain? And, that panel had us situated right in the basement. And essentially, I certainly look forward to next year where that panel and that conversation is essentially center stage. I think we're really on the cusp of seeing that happen in terms of transformation in the entertainment industry. But again, I think we've sort of addressed what problem we're solving, which is less from an industry perspective and more from an individual perspective. I don't know, Boyan, if you wanted to weigh in here.
Yeah, if I may come in, it's quite important to mention once again that SingularDTV is approaching some very important, significant problems in the present business model in the entertainment industry in a quite radically new, fresh way. We're all aware of the times we live in, times of transition and transformation in the ways content has been distributed, from Netflix to Apple App Store, YouTube to Vimeo. There are always increasing number of emerging new platforms, even ones which will be and are already using distributed blockchain technology. Yet not many of those platforms are addressing this very important part of the equation, the content creators and the IP rights management. This is one very important conjunction which blockchain technology, and particularly the solutions given by the Ethereum protocol, based tokenized ecosystems which run on smart contracts, could create an important breakthrough. A breakthrough the very heavily centralized present business and rights management models, and bring forward one very, in a way, elegant solution by which the content creators and the end users could interact without need of middleman or intermediator. A direct, decentralized, peer-to-peer interaction. As simple as it sounds and as fundamental as it is. And I believe that this is what we are building right now, and it's in process of development at SingularDTV, could make one quite big difference in that aspect.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
Maybe
just in conclusion, because I know we're all running out of time, I would just like to sort of wrap all this up and say, first and foremost, thank you to everyone that supported us and that's believed in us up to this point and has believed and supported the Singular DTV mission. You know, those of you that are holding singles tokens right now, you guys are pioneers. You know, you're visionaries, and you know, we're certain now more than ever, especially, you know, being out in Los Angeles for these last 2 weeks and taking all the meetings that we have. You know, we're certain now more than ever that, you know, what Singular DTV is building will be a platform that will revolutionize entertainment as we know it. And there are so many great things that we've got planned, and it will be a long road. Please understand that Ethereum and blockchain technology do so many things so much better than the legacy world, but you know, it's still young. The Ethereum protocol is still young, and there's still many bridges to be built between decentralization and the legacy world, and we're building those now. And we're more confident now than ever that SingularDTV, our ecosystem, and its token holders will be rewarded greatly for their support and vision. And I can't wait. We can't wait to unfold all the amazing things we have in store for you and for the world this year. Thank you, everyone. And we look forward to updating you again in 2 weeks.
That's great. Thank you, guys.